Switzerland is a federal republic in Europe. It consists of 26 cantons, and the city of Bern is its capital. The country is situated in Western Europe and is bordered by Italy to the south, France to the west, Germany to the north, and Austria and Liechtenstein to the east. Switzerland is a landlocked country geographically divided between the Alps, the Swiss plateau, and the Jura. Switzerland is a land of mountains, with the Alps in the south and the lower-lying Jura in the northwest. It is also a land of large lakes, including Lake Geneva and Lake Zurich. While the Alps occupy most of the country, the Swiss population of about 8 million people is mostly concentrated on the Swiss plateau, where the largest cities are to be found. Among them are the two global cities and economic centres of Zurich and Geneva. Switzerland is densely populated, with an average of 200 people per square kilometre. Switzerland has existed as a state in its present form since 1848. It joined the Council of Europe in 1963. In 2002, the country became a full member of the United Nations. Switzerland is also a founding member of the European Free Trade Association and has a number of bilateral trade agreements in place with the European Union. Switzerland is a successful and stable economy with low unemployment, and the GDP per capita is one of the highest in Europe. Its unique banking sector makes it a popular country for investors. In the last decade, Switzerland has aligned its economic practices with the European Union to enhance its international competitiveness. When you think of Switzerland, you may think of luxury watches, chocolate and cheese. But in fact, chemicals as well as mechanical and electrical engineering account for over half of Swiss export revenues. It is also a world leader in the production of elevators and escalators. These are all successful industries in the export market, as are consultancy, insurance, and of course, tourism. Unsurprisingly, Switzerland's main trading partners are the members of the European Union. The biggest partner is Germany, followed by France and Italy. Approximately 38% of exports go to EU countries, and 51% of imports come from EU countries. Swiss economic policy has always been based on free trade, with low import duties and virtually no import quotas, the only exception being for agricultural produce. Even here, many of the restrictions are being eased because of recent agreements with the European Union. So, let's consider what it actually takes to operate effectively with the Swiss. First of all, you'll make a good impression with the Swiss by being honest, straightforward, serious about your business, and able to back up arguments with facts and logic. This is absolutely key. You also need to dress smartly and conservatively. Always turn up on time for meetings and show respect for the rather formal way in which the Swiss address one another. You also need to observe the social norm of not asking too many personal questions. Things like income and personal issues like family circumstances are taboo. The Swiss keep themselves to themselves, and people don't get involved in one another's problems. Another thing to consider is privacy. The Swiss aren't particularly impressed by celebrity or great wealth because they're surrounded by it. Keep that in mind. Consensus is also an important thing. Everybody must have their say in decision-making, even if the decision is ultimately made by the manager. Instead of trying to force your view on a project, influence it by getting involved and making yourself indispensable. To work well with the Swiss, make sure you have a deep understanding of their country and how they like to operate. Be straightforward, use a direct style of communication, and make sure you're always punctual. Be task-driven and remember to be consensual in the decision-making process. Finally, invest some time into learning about how the Swiss see the world. Doing this will increase your chances for successful and fruitful collaboration.